Hey guys, I know I'm not in a Roblox game, but I'm just playing something peaceful to avoid all the sweats that are playing around Rampage as of right now due to the update of Fusion and Masteries. Whoa. I know, right? So, if you guys don't know, Rampage, a game that includes characters from different animes, has updated and they added masteries. If you don't know what masteries are, I can't help you because I'm terrible at explaining things. But and they also added fusion. If you don't know what fusion is, the best way I can explain it is if you watch Dragon Ball or whatever, if you watch Dragon Ball, then you know what fusion is. Or well, if you got far enough in Dragon Ball. If you got into the Buu saga, you should know what fusion is. So yeah, as of right now, the only fusion I saw when I first checked out the update was Vegeto's fusion. I don't know if they added Gogeta's fusion, but in a short way to say my opinion, not a big fan of the update. It feels kind of rushed. It feels like they kind of copied a few games. I mean, Heroes Battlegrounds, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. You can let me know in the comments because I don't play a bunch of Roblox games. I practically live under the Roblox block, under the Roblox rock. I practically live under a rock blocks. But I'm pretty sure Heroes Battlegrounds was the first Battlegrounds game to have mastery. And now ever since Z Battlegrounds added mastery, right? No. Z Battlegrounds didn't add mastery. Yeah, Heroes Battlegrounds, I'm pretty sure was the first to add mastery. It might be Heroes Battlegrounds, it might be Z Battlegrounds. I might be wrong about that. You guys can let me know in the comments. But so ooh, my back. So mastery is basically you do whatever the requirement is, and then when you do the requirement, you unlock a different variation of a character. And that variation of a character either has different moves or a different awakening. Take Dio, for example, when Rampage didn't add masteries. He was technically a mastery, but the thing is you had to select Dio and then select the other Dio icon. So that way you could actually choose the mastery Dio. Or, well, not really mastery. There was no quest or whatever. That's all you had to do. And what they did is they changed, like, I'm pretty sure like 2 moves, maybe 3, but they didn't change his awakening at all. Now, this is what mastery really is, what like the actual mastery is. It basically changes all 4 moves, has different awakening and all that. Like Heroes Battlegrounds. Deku. And who else? There's Deku, there's Stain, and there's Dobby, who I'm pretty sure is gonna get his own awakening soon. So yeah, that's what mastery really is. It's basically just a revamp of a character to either make them better, or in some Battlegrounds cases, absolutely worse. So, in my opinion, it feels like they kind of copied a few games. I mean, I feel like ever since Heroes Battlegrounds added mastery, I feel like a few Battlegrounds games have copied that. I mean, like Strongest Battlegrounds didn't really copy it per se, but they did kind of do the thing where you have to like, it's like an upgraded version of a person. Like all 4 moves are completely different. So it kind of feels like they didn't copy them, but it just kind of feels like it. That's what people are saying. And take let's see, Sorcerer Battlegrounds, good example. They added mastery way after Heroes Battlegrounds had mastery. They added Gojo mastery, where you can play as, I'm pretty sure, Shinjuku Gojo. I did not even bother to try and get with that mastery, because me personally, the mastery isn't worth it. It might be worth it to some people, but me personally, it's not worth it. Why? Because I don't even play that game, so it would just feel like a waste of time. So this is gonna be a yap session, because it feels like they copied Z Battlegrounds. Heroes Battlegrounds at this point is just getting copied by like almost everything, but whatever. That's my opinion, once again, in case you guys couldn't tell. So why do I feel like they copied? Because Heroes Battlegrounds, no, Z Battlegrounds, sorry, Z Battlegrounds had fusion, where you had to do a number, you had to press a number of keys, or if you were on console, guess the letter, because I literally tried guessing it. I'm guessing I got it like 50% of the time. Or maybe you just didn't have to press anything and just had to let someone else do it. But if you get the sequence right, you fuse. If you get it wrong, you mess up. There was two types of fusions, Potara and the Metamorian dance. From what I'm pretty from what I know, I'm pretty sure the Metamorian dance was, I'm pretty sure the Metamorian dance, I might be pronouncing it wrong, let me know in the comments, but pretty sure the Metamorian dance was first. You had to get a certain amount of kills before you were able to unlock the fusion. And I think the Potara was either a game pass, or you had to get more kills so that way you could unlock that one. So when you fuse, what do? Well, depending on which characters you chose, you and your teammate chose, first off, they did something unique. It will fuse both of your usernames together, 1. 2, it will make it so that you both have time to play as the fusion. I don't know if you swap out or if it swaps out for you, but like, here's what I'm thinking. Halfway through the fusion, well, it basically takes up the awakening bar. So halfway through the awakening bar, it's gonna let the other person take control, and for the first half of the awakening bar, it lets you take control. And what happens is, when both of you, after you both take control and the ultimate ends, you unfuse, you know? And you can do it again after a certain amount of time, like a little cooldown. And I'm pretty sure you can't server hop to avoid the cooldown, because I don't know, I never tried it, but I'm just saying that's what it just feels like. So, and then Metamorian is practically the same thing. So what do you get when you fuse? Well, the only Potara and Metamorian there was in Z Battlegrounds was Gogeta and Vegito. So when you fused, you would get 2 of Gogeta's moves or Vegito's, sorry. And you would get 1 move each from each of your characters. So if one of you chose Goku and then another one chose Broly, one of you would have gotten like Gigantic Rage or something, or Energy Ball. And then your other move would be from Goku, which would be like Dragon Throw or Kamehameha. And then the other 2 moves would be, if you were Gogeta, it was Soul Punisher, and I'm pretty sure Full Force Kamehameha. And if you were Vegito, it would be Spirit Sword and Final Kamehameha. Now, here, around Rampage, I feel like they just added the meteor thing in order for you to get fusion, as a way to just make it seem like they didn't copy Z Battlegrounds. Because I mean, let's be honest, who's gonna unlock, who's unlocking a whole skill from a meteor? Like, realistically, who's gonna unlock a skill from a meteor? I don't know, probably some like Doom or Cyberpunk game or whatever, probably, most likely. Infamous Second Son. But yeah, I feel like they just kind of added that to make it seem like they didn't copy it, which they most likely did. And it's probably, I feel like the reason why I feel like the update was rushed is because that game has not updated in forever. Like, when I say in forever, I mean in forever. That game has not updated for practically over a year. And just out of the blue, they come out with this update of Mastery. Oh yeah, and in case you guys didn't know, there was an early access of Geto. Of Suguru Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes. Now, it might be Kenjaku. It might be when Kenjaku took over him. I'm not sure. But he had the Playful Cloud, so it was most likely during JJK 0 when Yuta was the main character, I'm guessing. But, whatchamacallit? He was removed. Yeah. My friend, I didn't buy the early access. My friend spent Robux on the early access to play as Geto, and I'm pretty sure the first 2 moves, it was like a Playful Cloud and then Cursed Worm. And then, out of nowhere, we were checking out the update, but then we got bored because the update didn't really have anything special. We were about to leave, and then he was like, yo, you won't believe it. I was like, what? They removed Geto. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, check the roster. Ghetto's no longer there. And I was like, dang, bro, I feel bad for you. He was like, why? Because you used Robux on early access. And he was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I was like, you think early access is free? This is Roblox we're talking about. He was like, yeah, I know. So yeah, they completely removed Geto. Jesus Christ, you scared me. God. Alright, yeah, you can take it. I'm recording. The recording, I found out a way to, like, cut through the videos, kind of. It, like, cuts through whenever I hold the PlayStation button. So, alright, bye. Bye. Sorry, you guys, that was my sister. She just popped out of nowhere. Five Nights at Freddy style. But like I was saying, they removed Geto out of nowhere. Just gone. I'm guessing not a lot of people wanted to waste their money on early access. And so they were like, you know what? If nobody's gonna waste the money on early access, we're just gonna remove it. Now, I don't know if they're gonna re-add him when they're completely done with all the moves. I'm hoping that they do, and then they add someone else as early access. Because if they don't, I can already imagine how many people are mad about the fact that Geto is removed. If you guys don't believe me, you can actually check out go to like any YouTuber that played Realm Rampage before it updated, and if you go to a video about Dio's new moves, you will see that Geto, or was it Cursed Necromancer or something like that, that Geto was an early access. And then if you go to a video talking about the update now, you'll see that he is removed. Why? I have no idea. Probably maybe they didn't get a lot of early access people, or people were just complaining about how bad or good he was. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna be it for this video. Just a little yap session about how the update on Realm Rampage kind of sucks. I mean, it's alright, but in my opinion, it kind of sucks because it feels rushed, and they kind of copied from like a few games. But I feel like they just kind of like added their own thing, which did not work because it's pretty obvious. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in another video. Alright, peace.